This episode is sponsored by Sage House. Here on The Mothers, we talk to a lot of high-performing parents, and a theme comes up again and again. We all need help, but no one knows how to ask for it, especially when it comes to the myriad of things that make up the mental load. The dentist appointments, the kids' pants that suddenly don't fit, the gymnastics enrollment window that closes in 6 minutes, the dry cleaning someone needs to get, and the dinner someone has to make. All the things that aren't quite childcare and aren't cleaning and take up roughly 27% of our brains. Turns out what we need is a house manager, because the mental load is what they do. And Sage House will help you find the perfect one. They place exceptional household support across the US and Canada, and they even train nannies to step into house manager roles as your kids get older. They're also on a mission to destigmatize this kind of support. We judge ourselves so harshly for leveraging support if able. And what's so nice about Sage House, and what I really connected to about their brand, is that they finally make it feel logical, practical, necessary. I don't know, like working with a physical therapist to recover from surgery, or partnering with a financial advisor. We don't have to do it all alone. It's also founded by a mother of 3 who obviously gets it. And you'll hear an interview with her in a future episode. But until then, visit sagehouse.com. That's Sagehouse, SAGEHAUS.com. And finally cross the invisible load off your list. I'm Sarah Brown, and this is The Mothers, real conversations with leaders, creators, and thinkers about who we are, what we want, and how we build meaningful lives alongside motherhood.
I like being the brunette between the 2 blondes, guys.
Oh, are you in the middle on your screen? You're on the right on mine. Interesting. Sarah's in the middle.
Wow, I'm on the right on mine. And also, V's kind of trending towards brunette right now.
Yeah.
A rosy brunette. Anyway, welcome to The Mothers After Dark, a loopy episode. We have V, who's always here, and Loopy. But for anyone else, LB was instrumental in getting this thing off the ground as our marketing maestro / the first person to text me when I posted the first thing. And she was like, you don't have to do this alone. And I was like, okay, fine.
You think I can?
So how do you feel about Instagram?
Still here.
Because I was horrified. I still am. I am terrified of Instagram. I'm like, what do these buttons do when I push them? And you were like, you just move this box around. And I was like, you can't just move that box around. If I move the box around, like everyone in the world is going to see me moving the box around. So anyways, also more importantly, LB and I played soccer together from forever ago.
She's your backside right. Backside.
She's my backside right.
Backside left. Backside
God
left.
damn it. Whatever.
With no left foot.
Eventually, we were all defenders. I think because we all got our flat out sprint speeds got slower and slower, or everyone else got faster and faster.
No, I think we just got more hurt. We just got more injured.
I was injured frequently, but we won't have to talk about that now. Anyway, we're doing something special that we may never do again unless it goes really well.
And it will.
Where we're all here. It's the end of the year, just about. I feel like we're listening to this. If you're listening in a timely fashion, it's like the week of Christmas and the end of Hanukkah. And I don't know, brains are everywhere. How are you guys holding up? Trying to bring like holiday magic.
I have a lot to wrap.
Hell yes.
Yes, I have not.
And I think the hardest thing for me is the texts that are like, what can I get kids?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't even have enough presents for the kids yet. Never mind, what should you get them?
Yeah.
So fending those texts off have been a challenge.
I have opposite.
The wrapping has been hard. I don't have any I shouldn't say this out loud, but basically at this point, my holiday shopping with like minor exceptions is like going to Amazon and being like, what are fun gifts for like each child's age? And then being like, okay, these seems good. Oop, too expensive. And everyone has like a similar price point. And then the worst part is when they show up and we have all these cardboard boxes. And then Jason and I have what in my head feels like a dream. This will be so fun. Let's have some drinks and put on some music and like have a wrap party. But it always ends up being like, can we just get this done? I don't want to wrap another present.
Yeah, it's not fun.
No.
Yeah.
Wrapping is not fun.
I have opposite problem where I was like, this year there's no point in doing like gifts because he's not going to remember. And like, we don't need more shit that doesn't matter. And now we're like, what, 10 days out? And I'm like, I'm a terrible mom. We have to buy everything. So now I'm like, what can I get?
He's going to be more into the box.
Right?
And the wrapping paper.
I was thinking, I went on Poshmark this morning to look for old remotes because he's like obsessed with remotes. And I was like, what if I just get a fuck ton of old remotes that he could just play with?
Wait, actually, it's a brilliant idea. Yes.
Thank you.
And don't get them for Fisher Price. Get them.
No, like, I mean, like
Facebook Marketplace.
I want like legit old remotes.
Yes.
Like like the
bulky,
like buy nothing or whatever it's called. Just go on
I don't know.
That's a really good idea, V.
Another really great tip, V, is he's going to get an F ton of presents from other people and just stash them away, because there was one year where Leo was turning 1 and there was a snowstorm upon snowstorm upon snowstorm. And Brian and I just kept bringing out presents.
Like, we're the best parents
every
ever.
day that we were stuck, every day that like daycare was canceled, we're like, woo, we got a ball pit. Like, let's play with the ball pit.
I love that so much. Yeah.
Christmas magic is so hard. Also, I think I've talked about this in other episodes, but I feel like our oldest and our youngest really don't give a fuck. But then our middle child really wants me to be a better mother.
So good.
She's the one that's like, Mom. Well, so she's 9 and she's in that phase where she like doesn't believe, but she wants to believe. And so I'm a truth teller, obviously. And so she's like, Mom, is Santa real? And I'm like, for a while it was like, well, what do you think? And then eventually it reached this place of like urgency, and it felt very emotional to her. And she was old enough where I was like, I can't lie to you because you'll remember that I lied to you. So I sort of went into it, and then that was devastating to her. And then she came back around being like, even if it's not true, I really want to pretend that it is. Which honestly, that's the most real. That's how I want to feel about Christmas. And I was like, so let's do that. But it means
keeping the Christmas
beautiful
magic.
Strictly for her, we do the elf, which only maybe is on the shelf and is like moves around. We don't do little like scenes or anything like that.
We don't either.
But it's not enough because some nights we like forget to move the elf. And then we come down and she's like, why didn't the elf move last night? And I'm like, real. I don't know. Maybe elf's tired. But so yeah, she really wants a lot of Christmas magic, and I really need to up my game.
Well, that's hard because I've had an elf growing up. So my mom, I always had an elf. It wasn't like elf on a shelf that you have like in a box. My mom bought it like a craft fair or something, but we always had an elf. And I will never forget, I was standing inside the Barnes & Noble in Tribeca, and I saw Elf on a Shelf in a box, and I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, they're selling Elfie. We could have been rich. Like,
oh yeah, this is the story that because of you telling me this last year, I was like, okay, I can get on board with the elf because you created the elf.
I did.
It was like before there was like a Paula did, as was most things.
She was the OG. Christmas magic.
This was before it was branded Elf on a Shelf. It was just an elf. To clarify your story, yes.
Yeah, ours does not look like that little guy. Ours are one has like beans for like stuff. You can feel them like in his belly
at the end of the year.
Yeah. Ours also has not been moving as often as he should.
Moves about once a week, barely hanging on.
Yeah.
Every other day.
Yeah. Wait, so before we get to our main topic, in the midst of this craziness, I found a vision statement for the mothers, and I'm very excited about it, even if it continues to evolve, which is totally fine. But as you guys know intimately, I'm a problematic person, and I need a destination and a big dream to make like the day-to-day moving around the elf feel worth it. I should actually have a vision statement for our like family. We have a mission statement as people.
I'm like, you do.
Yeah,
we have a vision statement. We need a vision. Anyways. So, okay, vision, I'm just going to read it out, and people can find their way to Instagram. And I did the scariest thing in my entire life, which is that I recorded a video of myself, unedited and unthought about. Is that a word? Anyways, here's the vision. We envision a world where mothers are recognized as people with intellectual, economic, and cultural capital, and where that recognition drives respect, investment, and structural support.
Yeah.
Boom sauce. We're not just moms wandering around here to be taken advantage of. We deserve attention, recognition. We deserve investment from society. We don't deserve to just try to be carrying it all. We don't have to be doing all the elf by ourselves.
You don't have to move the elf on your own.
Exactly.
Aww.
Anyway, I just wanted to read that out. I'm going to keep reminding myself what we're doing.
That was brave, Sarah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'll make sure to go and like
me
it.
Too.
Yeah, please go and like it. Everyone go and like it. Don't be... There's some assholes on the internet, which I knew this.
Seriously?
But it's funny, and it's almost a rite of passage and a sign that you're, like, maybe relevant. But when you start getting sort of hate commentary...
It means you said something good.
It's real.
You hit someone right where it hurts. The truth.
That's when I've aggravated the bots. Okay, anyway. The main portion of our Are We Drunk, Are We Not Drunk Mothers After Dark show is we wanted to talk about All Her Fault.
Mm-hmm.
This peacock drama.
Peacock.
AKA Shiv's next debut, I don't know. Shiv is my favorite person. Shiv, season 1 of Shiv in succession was my favorite.
So good.
And now she's moved on to be some form of Shiv as a mother. Anyway, V and I, just for transparency, V and I have watched the show.
Yes.
LB has not watched the show, so she's like woman on the street to give us
I will make sure
like,
she doesn't
alarming
watch
reactions.
Oh God.
But heads up, we're gonna do
definitely on my like, hey, you should watch this
or not
though.
Yeah, I don't know. Really quick though, they're gonna be, these are spoilers, like spoilers everywhere. We're doing this late because we're like assuming that most people have watched it by now, but spoiler alert. Listen with one ear open if you are concerned and actually want to watch the show later.
Yes.
But okay, so All Her Fault, really quick, setting the stage. It's based on a book. As many
which I
shows
didn't realize.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot
of based on it's a book.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea Mara's best-selling novel, All Her Fault. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to come up with new ideas anymore. But anyway, so here's also a really mean hot take is that I was like, so anyways, we started watching it and I was like, what is this crap? And I was like, oh, it's on Peacock.
Makes sense.
So I was just like, this isn't quite, not that everything on HBO is great, which I guess HBO is now Netflix maybe, but there's a level of nuance that's like missing, I feel like, in this. But wait, to finish setting the table, All Her Fault features, and if I'm forgetting people, tell me, it's basically this super rich, ultra rich family, the Irvines. Marissa, played by Shiv, aka Sarah Snook. Marissa and her husband are like fancy financial workers who make a shit ton of money and live in a mansion that can't possibly exist outside of Chicago. They have a 5-year-old son, and we'll get into this later, but so we have Marissa, Peter's siblings are all kind of, their family is kind of weird, but his brother Brian is disabled, which will explain why later probably. Brian lives with them, also works for Peter, and then Peter's sister Leah, who is the most empathetic character in the world, but she plays the sister in The Bear.
Yes.
Who's the one that gets pregnant, and she's like the most sweet, like her face just screams like I feel hugged. I don't know, I love
The Bear.
Me too.
Yes. So those are the Irvines, and then they befriend mostly through Marissa, a family known as the Kaminskis. So Marissa Irvine becomes friends with Jenny Kaminsky, aka Dakota Fanning. And Marissa and Jenny like become buddies because their kids, who are both 5, Milo and Jacob, are at the same is it preschool, daycare? 5. What are we in? Elementary school?
Yeah.
And then drama. Marissa's son Milo basically is taken. Marissa goes to pick up Milo from a play date, and the address is not the address that it seems to be. She walks in on like the nicest older woman who turns out to be like sketchy, in cahoots with a lot of these things. Yes, she seemed so nice. I was like, what are you up to? And she was, the whole thing, I was like surprised they didn't do more with her, because she does end up being involved. Milo ultimately had been taken by Dakota. I'm just going to go by the actress names. Dakota Fanning's nanny, who has her own saga. Anyways, and then it follows this like arc of like within I was surprised how quickly they got into it. Within 10 minutes, you find out that that Milo is missing, and Shiv is on the case, but also freaking out. I have to say, the whole thing won. It was nominated for Golden Globe, and Shiv herself, Sarah Snook, was nominated for a Golden Globe. I can't.
So it's nominated for 2, or just she got nominated?
Both. It was nominated for like a short series.
Yeah.
Along with like The Beast in Me, all of these things that are sort of mommy-ish. Anyway, I thought it was our homework to watch this. So I sat down and I actually made Jason watch it with me. And I made myself watch it too. Because it wasn't great.
No, it was terrible. On so many levels, it was horrendous. I was abandoned after the first episode and had to watch it myself. And then I was like, well, fuck. So then I just had to finish it in one night because I was like, this is so frustrating.
Yeah.
Poorly written.
It became... Yeah. It definitely turned into one of those where I have to keep watching it just so I know what happened.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like enjoying the process of getting there.
Right.
But I think one of the things that really irked me from the very beginning was just how we've talked about the lack of nuance. It's just so on the nose about things.
Yeah.
It's creating and perpetuating these like caricatures of mothers and fathers and nannies and other moms. Like I really hated... First of all, I was like, fathers don't suck this much. Like all that was going on between Snook and her husband and Dakota Fanning and her husband were just like, no husband is this bad. With the husband who's like, I don't know how to watch my child. Like, do you know where the water bottle is? Who's like totally inept. And which is not what, I don't think that's what dads are. And I think it's annoying that it's perpetuating this idea that like mothers do it all and they know where everything is and they know to think.
I mean, but do you think that that's like because of where we live? Like there's a lot of dads that like are pretty hands-on around here versus
there definitely are fathers
other places
who are like that. But
who are like, I'm babysitting. I have to babysit my kids. So like I can't do this. Versus, these are my kids. Of course, like I'm taking care of them.
I think, Sarah, you're being so generous. I think the issue with somewhere in the middle between those things is that the show took these stereotypes that like there is truth in them and then took them to such extremes that you're just like
lean so hard into them.
Because like there definitely are dads who are like, I don't know what your teacher's name is and I don't know how we found this nanny and I don't know where your water bottle is. Like that definitely is a thing, but it was like the extreme of every role was taken so far in the show. That was like, how was everybody
without any depth? That's such a good point. Without any like nuance to it. I think they tried to, like, one of the things that I was reading about, I was trying to see some of like the news coverage of it, but like what Sarah Snook Shiv was drawn to about the show was that she really liked, actually a little plug for the mothers. She was like, typically in the media, you only see these working mothers who are very like just cold people. Like they are just who they are in the office and there's no sort of maternal side to them. And so she was drawn to this character because they're trying to like confront both sides of that. And I feel like there are moments, honestly, more with Dakota Fanning's character than I feel like with Shiv. Shiv just seemed kind of incompetent on all sides. Like I feel like they propped her up. She, to her credit as a character, built this whole financial investment firm or whatever, and her husband kind of did too. But it turned out her partner was like stealing money
gambling
from
problem.
It. And yeah. And then it seemed like, I don't know. I in a certain way, I really didn't get, other than the fact that she wore like bossy pants and like had a phone and had a partner, like her work Shiv I like didn't really experience at all, which is interesting. You only had this sort of caricature of what it is to be a working boss mom, whereas I feel like Dakota Fanning's character was nicer in that you saw her at work experiencing work stuff, striving on the work front, and then coming home and also like struggling and striving on the home front. Her husband's even worse. He's if it weren't real, it would be, or if it wasn't a real like storyline, it would be more amusing. But he's a physics teacher, a high school physics teacher, and Dakota Fanning she works in publishing. She's like trying to
badass, like
build her career in marketing, and marketing these new books or whatever. So she's out there like striving, building her career, et cetera, et cetera. And her husband is working shorter hours and is constantly like, I can't get home to do these things. Like, you need to take this. She's having like the biggest meetings of her life are coming up that she's arranging, and she's having to like bow out of them because her husband's unavailable. And turns out he's just faking that he's unavailable, which adds to like the mystery of like who's actually responsible for this thing. But I feel like tell me more, V, about what you thought about the roles between the parents in any of these episodes, in any of these dynamics.
It felt like there was for both of the, well, going off what I said before, I feel like it just perpetuated and like exaggerated every stereotype. And so what frustrated me was that there was like no accountability or like ownership for anything for the dads, which was just like not, I'm like, it was incredibly frustrating to watch. So for instance, I think it was like the second episode when the dad was talking about, like they were all on the couch and I think the detectives were there and he's like, why couldn't you just have asked, like made sure that this was her number, and that just like total blame game. And it was just like, fuck you. Like, fuck it, you're not doing anything. Like, oh my God. Like, why can't you just step up and like contribute? And
totally.
So that was like incredibly frustrating, things like that. And then like, and not to say, going off of what you were saying of like Dakota Fanning's character had, you know, she was in this badass role and like was given these opportunities, but ultimately was like, they weren't, not taken away from her, but she wasn't able to spend the energy on those things that she deserved to, because her husband was like, I can't, I have club. And it's like, it's not to say, or like whatever club it was, and it's not to say that that's not important, like, because if roles were reversed, we would say like, oh, the mom deserves to do her club too, you know, like I think there's room and space for both of those things, but it was just the total, like, I'm like, they're kind of just dicks. Like, it's not like they're just kind of assholes. So that bothered me. Where I was like, I don't think that all dads are assholes. Like, but like they just were like, oh, we don't know what else to do. We're just gonna make them totally inept.
So helpless.
So helpless. Wait, LB, you're muted.
This is my first time on here, and I didn't even press that button. But I think all dads like that are assholes.
Totally.
Like, maybe that's what they were trying to show, right? That like, hey, we are leaning into this stereotype to show that like these are the worst of the worst. Like these are the worst kind.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. I do say, I think I said this in a forum that was weird. I was on some Harvard related alumni conversation, and I was open to speaking freely. It was all these women, female athletes. And they were asking sort of like general advice about what to do. And it was a panel of a couple people and like how to like build your life or find your career path or whatever. And everyone before me, of course, was talking about very practical, like businessy things, like how to think about your career. And I think partly because it hadn't been said before, and also because I do think it really matters, and people don't talk about it enough, is that I feel like the most important thing you can do for your career and for your life and for your future potential parent experience is like find the right partner. Like 100%. Marry the right person or partner up, whatever that is. And it's kind of like people don't want to say that because especially as a woman, you're like, I don't need anybody. Like that's, I feel like this disposition of like, I am going to find these things and achieve whatever I'm going to achieve on my own independently. And that's what's going to make it valuable and impressive. And yet I actually think my personal experience is that I am much more who I am, much more confident in trying to do what I want to do, much more capable of trying to like carry with someone else, like build the full life that we all want. And it is, yes, I begrudgingly maybe agree there are horrible fathers out there that are as bad as these characters in this show.
That is not.
I hate that it's being modeled as if like this is normal in an aspirational setting with like all this wealth around it of like, oh, maybe this is okay. I don't even know. But I do think that it's really, really important beyond just like, do you like the person? But like to the extent that you can anticipate, like find your way to be with someone who like wants to participate in the reality, like the hard parts of life together. which is hard to know because you're, however young you are when you meet someone. But like, I think that's really critical to being able to be, whether it's you as you or you as a working person or whatever. That's really essential and not something that people really think about in the context of building the life that you want and career you want.
No, but it's like, who can you be the best teammate with? Like, this is like teammate for life, right? Like you and I are teammates for life too, but in a different context. But like, who is that person that you want, that you choose to like, hey, go through like the wins, the losses, and like all the in-betweens with? Like, who do you want to be in the trenches with? And I think it's really important. It's like, I don't know, it's like a really big decision, right? And it's super important.
Yeah, I think that the like surprising or the bad component of this was like, how did these two powerful, smart, badass women choose such colossally horrible? You're like, you wouldn't have done that.
Like, yeah, true.
Like,
true. Honestly, maybe Shiv, because Peter was like a little bit of a mystery, maybe, but Dakota Fanning's husband in the show is an absolute waste of space.
You had to have seen that. You had to have known. Like,
when she found out that he'd been hiding instead of going to, it had such a clever name that was like dumb but clever. The quiz, not Quizleets.
Yeah, what was it? Like athletes,
quiz. Anyways, he was saying that he had to be away or had to do other things because he was hosting this sort of like after school club physics gathering with students club. And turns out that club stopped happening, and Dakota Fanning found him sitting in his car, fucking around on his phone, watching TikTok or something with like bag of chips. And like
sounds awesome, actually.
I know. And I was like, this sounds really
a McDonald's Diet Coke.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yes. We all need those moments. And step up.
Yes. Yes. And he was just a voice to all of the, what I think of more often as like the mother's inner dialogue, which is like, I just need, or what mothers want to be seen. Because he was saying all these things to Dakota Fanning and being like, you know me, I just need time to myself in order to be who you like me to be, in order to be myself.
Same.
And I was like,
same.
Oh my God, you're crazy. But yeah, there are a couple of lines. It felt like it was a series, like so many things are now that I'm like more in annoying, like in the media is how much of media is made so that it can be talked about in sound bites after. Like that's I think one of the issues that I had with this whole show was that it was like the entire show as an experience was not wonderful, but like how many sort of micro viral moments did it create because it said things like mothers don't want to be amazing. Like they had this, Dakota Fanning and Shiv had this like funny interaction in the they were both at like a fundraiser for the school and they all hated what was going on, and so they ended up finding each other in the bathroom unintentionally, and that's like when they became friends. And they went on about how like their husbands always look at them and they're like, you're so amazing, I don't know how you do it all. And they said to each other or something, they were like, I don't want to be amazing anymore. I just want someone else to like help me. Or when you had Peter, Shiv's husband, turn to her and be like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And I feel like all of those are just things that
they're just sound bites that they're using after.
And it's like relatable.
And they hit on things that are like frustrations of us, but I feel like the plot around it was just not arranged to give them a chance to say these things that we can put it on the internet. Obviously it was deeper than that, and the Golden Globes wouldn't
I don't know
fools.
if it was.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think it was deeper than that. I truly think it was like micro. There was like the example, the like PTA meeting or whatever it was, when the mom who like ran the PTA was like, and we're gonna do Spirit Week, and the first day is like 80s themed, and Shiv's character is like, why? Like these kids were born in 2010. Like, who is this for? And it's just like
nostalgia for you.
That gets funny and real. Like those moments. But
you know what? So I wanted to talk about this character. So this woman, there's a character Sarah with an H, notably, who's the head of the PTA. She's the
we don't like those with the H.
Of course not, except unless they are listening and following and liking my posts. I'm just kidding.
Then sure,
we accept all Sarahs. There's a difference. Sarah's with H's and non-H's. We feel a need to point it out. Anyway, I felt for this character because, and we've talked about this on the show too. And this is interesting, and I want to talk about wealth in this show in general as well, but this is like the richest of the rich schools. And still, there is an expectation that parents take on some form of work to kind of create some magic around the school or whatever it might be. And for her, it was like these spirit weeks and it was fundraisers and all these things. I think it's tough in today's day and age when most of us are dual income families for schools to expect parents to step up and do stuff. Typically, it's still the mother that steps up and does stuff, even though typically the mother, who's often also working, is still doing more at home in their own family and then is still supposed to raise their hand. I know, Albie, you keep raising your hand too, because you've done all sorts of things for your kids' schools. And I want to be more involved with our kids' schools, but I also feel, honestly, and we talked about this before, but like when those opportunities to volunteer come up, I both want to, and I also am waiting to see how many dude names show up on the list of who's raised their hand to do all these things, because it's few and far between. It doesn't not happen, but and then anyway, so this Sara character, I feel like they did her dirty in the show. Like, I think I want to know a show where like that character actually is doing this with real purpose. She's not, I want her perspective, because she was critiqued the whole time of being like, you're so annoying. Like, why are you asking me to like give more money or volunteer for things? They had her say horrible things to Dakota Fanning, who has only one child, being like, well, there's this unspoken understanding that like, if you only have one kid, like you have more time than the parents that have 3 kids or whatever. So like, of course you should volunteer with us. And it's sort of, I don't know. I think I struggle to, I really want to live in a world where like groups of women can just like be together happily and in a supportive capacity. And I feel like there are all these narratives that keep being thrown at us to say like, that one's a bitch and she's judging you, even if she's being nice nice to your face. And I feel like that's what they put on Sara, to uniquely be the one to say, it just diminished. Like, we need parents to step up and do this until schools are fixed to like align with modern society. And I felt bad that they like threw under the bus, because she was the one that Shiv and Jenny, whatever Dakota Fanning's character's name is, that they relied on her to watch their kids like for play dates when their childcare fell through or their nannies were sick or they didn't have the nannies anymore because they were like assuming the nanny had stolen their children. So anyway, I feel I wanted to like be able to root for. I felt bad that that's how that character turned out, and although within the context of the whole show, it felt totally on brand.
Yeah, I was gonna say it fit in because everything was just like, of course he would do that. Of course there is gonna be this mom who's like, of course.
Yes,
she was a tough watch. Yeah. That was hard.
I know.
That line in particular, I thought, I was going to bring that up. The like, since you only have one parent, that means you automatically are volunteering to do that. Or one child, sorry.
Only have one child. Yeah.
You're automatically volunteering for these events because you have more time, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, oh, come on. Like,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The wealth thing, I was thinking about going into this because wealth and parental roles and kind of what the family unit looks like and who's like leaning into things, I think is kind of interesting, where so we have the like Shiv tier, aka Sarah Snook, aka Marissa, the Irvines, like ultra wealthy. I don't understand how this all comes from or where this all comes from. Dakota Fanning's family is like, clearly they have enough money to like send their kids to this like very
nice
yuppie school. And then we have the detective's family. Detective,
he was a good dad.
Detective Alcaraz, Michael Pena.
Good dad.
I also feel like, isn't he like in CSI everything? I feel like I'm suddenly in some crime show.
For sure.
Which obviously it was, but like a different kind of crime drama. Anyway, so Detective Alcaraz, he is quote unquote like blue collar life. His wife also works, I think, in a hospital setting, maybe as a nurse or something. And he has a son, Sam, who has some various forms of disabilities that they kind of talk about in the show. And then, so this is overly generalized, but in a way you have like, again, the Shiv ultra wealthy, you have detective crew that's sort of like mid-tier blue collar ish. And then you have the setting for the nanny, ultimately named Carrie Finch, who there's a whole backstory we should talk about too. But she's the one that ultimately stole this child that turned out to actually have been her child originally, which is crazy. But she comes from ultra.
I didn't see that coming. It's such a hard show.
She comes from super. Yes, yes, it is. I just struggled.
It's so
anyway.
complex.
So she comes from like real poor circumstances, and really difficult, like druggy scenarios. Was what she was raised in, and when she was homeless when she ended up getting pregnant. So I think and I was just interested at what the parents looked like in each of those tiers, and what was their focus, what roles were they taking on at home or expected to take home, what was their level of enthusiasm about having children and like needing to raise children. And I felt like it was at the richest level were the people that were like in some ways the least engaged and least interested. Like they didn't want to be inconvenienced by their children, generally speaking, and they were all trying to do the right things. They're all trying to like hold classic, like keeping up with the Kardashians or whatever. Like they have all this wealth, they just need to like keep things going, keep the train on this fancy train on the track. Whereas you have the detective family where he's like very hands-on with his kid, who's very challenging, and he, unlike in the ultra rich families, he's the one that helps, although it's in this morally compromised way, but maybe we're all making morally compromised decisions, helps to get his son into a school that's really important for his disabilities. And that's something that his wife was like, it'd be really great if we could do this. And he kind of took on doing this. Whereas I feel like in the rich world, it's maybe in heteronormative couples, mom, dad are talking about, wouldn't it be nice for so-and-so to go to this school, or us to find some sort of daycare, or us to find a nanny. And then it's like mom does that. Whereas in this middle area, he felt responsible for his kids' wellness, it seemed, in a way that was different. And then in the ultra poor scenario, you have Carrie Finch's family. You don't get they were just like very dysfunctional, but I was thinking more about Carrie when she's pregnant, early days with her boyfriend. You know, they're truly homeless, and trying to like scrape by and find things in a very cheap manner to like build this beautiful home that they would, if only it could be a fraction of what like the Irvines have, and they're just imagining how to make it work. And it just is like, obviously, you won't even get to see that because their kid is taken / it's all getting messed. The most horrible. So many of these things are like preying on our worst fears, but total spoiler alert. But when Shiv and husband are driving home from having their baby, and Carrie Finch is driving back with her baby, like leaving the first time you leave the hospital and get in the car and drive away, they get in a car accident. Which is like truly your worst night. Like at least that was I couldn't imagine when we left the hospital with our first kid in the back. I was like, are we allowed to do this? Like, let's drive like 5 miles an hour, and we had nowhere to go. But it seemed impossible. So anyway, I just thought like it was interesting. No one really talked about it yet from what I could see of the news, but I feel like there's I feel like it's a critical look at what wealth gets you in terms of a meaningful, fulfilled life. Like wealth at that level. It was also, what was the John Hamm show that did this too?
Your Friends and Neighbors or something?
Yes. A similar issue where it's like, okay, you have all this wealth, but like you've kind of lost any sort of interaction with reality that makes life feel real and meaningful. And then also, I don't know, it's like commentary. We miss the middle class. Like, where did the middle class go? Like, I feel like these all the way at the bottom were really screwed. And it's like there's sort of this sweet spot in the middle where you're striving and, I don't know, life is hard, but you feel like connected to each other. Like that was the story that this detective family was trying to share, I thought.
Well, it sounded like that's where like the true partnership was, right?
Yes.
It was like there in the middle, not
100%.
Not at the top and not at the bottom, but
yes,
you said in that sweet spot in the middle.
Yes. And I guess across all of these, there's a huge open question of like, okay, so who watches the kids while we go to work? What do we do with the children when we're going to our jobs?
And even if you go through a nanny agency, they could be stealing your kid.
Right. I know. Oh my God. I hated, yes. Yeah. Also adding to things that we didn't need to be more worried about. But yeah. Yep. And again, wait, if we had universal childcare, we wouldn't even be able to make this show.
Truly.
Which would have saved all of us the time of having to watch this shit show. Sorry, it was obviously worth talking about. But yeah, it's I don't know. There's a lot to take in. What else did we not talk about that we didn't get to talk about? I'm looking at my notes.
It does make me want to watch an episode or two now, guys.
Yeah.
Even though I know how it ends.
Yeah. No, it is interesting. I mean, it makes you think about some stuff, but it's really just a frustrating watch. And outside of any of the lessons, or at least for me, outside of any of the like, oh, this is where we're trying to get at, whatever, it was just like not good. I think that's what was ultimately like frustrating. In my opinion.
Because it really could have been, if there was more depth, to your point, V, I feel like if there was more depth to these characters, like the plots, like it was interesting. Like they did, there was a lot to tie up. But I agree. If they fleshed out the characters more versus giving them, I don't know what the words are for this, but like they gave them crutches as opposed to like requiring them to just be complicated people.
Yep.
Nice mug, LV.
Title.
Yeah.
The
other thing, this is what I want to mention. So in another article I was reading about this, counter to real life on or to the show, in real life when they were filming this, Sarah Snook, who was an executive producer on the show, they filmed it in Australia largely so she could be near her daughter and her stepson. Although, what does that mean for everybody else? But we won't talk about it.
You guys have to be away from yours, but me, no.
Exactly. But then her husband actually brought, like, her husband was with their kids full time while she was acting, which I thought was interesting. And then occasionally they'd bring the kid like onto set so they could like play during lunchtime, which she made seem like something she wanted to have happened as opposed to.
He's like, hey, I have to go to club. Can you watch
out of my workplace?
Can you watch the kids for a second? No.
Yeah, totally. Anyway, what else? Oh, I did have to flag. I keep looking for the data around this because we talk about this a lot, but in this idea that these are all working parents and that it remains true that even when both, again, in a heteronormative relationship, mother and father are both working and making roughly the same amount of money, still mom is doing more work at home.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan.
So
can't get away from it, guys.
That was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed a visual. I had my screen up with my data
points.
I was laughing like a fool.
Rye walked by behind me
Came
and
back
then
to say hi.
Popped in and waved.
Oh my God.
It was perfect timing.
He's wrapping all the presents, right? That was what he's doing on the desk down there?
No, he hid them, which
hell yeah.
When we go to find them,
might not find them all.
Be a fun time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes. So here's the stat. I'll read it out. Okay. In most heteronormative relationships, the default parent is most often the mother. In fact, the default parent role is more closely linked to gender rather than income. In, quote, egalitarian marriages where both parents work and make for similar amounts of money, wives are still spending more than double the amount of time on housework than their husbands. 4.6 hours per week for women versus 1.9 hours.
It's got to
be
more than
that. That feels low. That feels too low.
And
4.6 per day, you mean?
And almost 2 hours Second more shift. Per week on caregiving, including tending to children.
Definitely more. These are bad numbers, Sarah. No.
I think this came from NPR, so we know it's real.
NPR, come on, do better. Come on.
I know. Support our narratives.
Only 2 more hours of childcare a week we do?
Per week on caregiving. Almost 2 hours more per week.
Is it solo though? Like what is it? I need like more info.
What do you mean?
That feels.
That's a great question. Meaning, mom isn't there, dad's on duty alone. I don't know. I also know there's a whole theme of like we are all in general spending too much time with our children. Like
I've seen
more
that
than
too.
was ever required from prior generations.
Well, that's
Not that they created the
interesting.
world's greatest generation, but we're all parenting more than in our terms. We're paying way more attention to our kids than anyone ever did.
That's
And we're doing so many
Too
more
much according to some
Really?
people.
Exactly. Yes. Wait, V, you didn't know this?
No.
Just like you didn't know who Claire Danes was?
I don't
We
feel
didn't record
like
this earlier, but that's
it should be
I'm
enough.
unsettled by
Like,
this.
I don't think
I'm not sure you're qualified to be on this podcast.
Honestly, I'm so bad. No, I feel like I don't spend enough. Even though I already feel like it's a lot. Like particularly during the week, I feel like I see him very briefly in the morning and then he goes to daycare and then he comes home and he's awake for like 2 hours and then he goes to bed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. And I get that too. I do think people feel that way as well, which is the
You're like, I don't.
Endless.
People do, but
our bedtimes take 3 hours and we're like, we could probably go to like, you can do bedtime yourself. You are almost in middle school.
Yep.
Maybe we should stop bathing with our sisters and maybe we should start taking a shower by ourselves. Not to name names. But we're like, let's still do bedtime because it feels like the most on intimate time together. And I do think it's right, but it's I think it really is. We start bedtime at
from 8 to 10 at my house.
15.
It's 8 to 10. Yeah.
And then it goes, we're saying good night, good night, good night, good night at like 8:45, maybe 9 o'clock.
Good night.
So it's like good night, good night, good night, good night. Was that good special effects or audio effects? Yeah, it feels it's 90 minutes, but it feels like 10 hours.
Yeah, we start like bath at like 5:30. He doesn't go to bed till like 7:30, but it's like a whole damn thing.
Yeah.
It takes time.
It's a whole thing. I know. And it is good. It is nice. I'll be sad when they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways, the struggles we carry.
Because that could be tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah,
like
tomorrow,
that saying, you never know
sorry.
when it's like going to be your last time doing something with them.
Oh, I hate that meme situation. I think that's so mean.
Me up.
That's one we should have talked about.
Thing,
was
like,
the one
when we
where
cross
like the mom's
street.
like picking the kid up.
Ugh. Wait, what's the? Sorry, the mom's.
You never saw that? It was like, this is the last time I'm gonna pick you up.
Yes. This is the last time I'm gonna pick you up. This is the last time I'm gonna breastfeed you. This is the last time I'm gonna like put you to bed. This is the last time I'm gonna buy size 2T pants.
Oh, I haven't even thought about the clothes.
Life that way.
This could be like the last time I'm buying you a size 9 men's shoe. Like,
thank you. I agree. Hopefully, this is the last time I'm buying you a size 9 t-shirt.
Definitely not.
Size 9 men's shoe.
The last time I'm wiping your fucking ass. Figure it out.
Yes.
That day, I don't. That was a great day.
Don't remember that.
Move on to, I think I talked about this. We brought this up before, but I will say it's worth saying again. This woman, Suleika, who's married to John Baptiste and wrote this beautiful book herself, Between Two Kingdoms, about dealing with her own. She's constantly recovering from cancer. Like she's just fighting for her life like forever. And she's an incredibly beautiful soul, a wonderful writer and creative and all these things, of course, because John Baptiste is too. How could they not both be amazing? And she famously, as far as I consider her famous. And she's like, instead of living like every day like it's my last, I live every day like it's my first. And I was like, yes.
I like that.
Right? Yeah.
It's very sweet.
I know. So this is the first time I'm putting them to bed.
I've never done this before. What do I do? Oh, really sweet.
Exactly. I know. All right. Any final thoughts on All Her Fault?
Not
Before
worth
we move
it.
on.
But
was it her fault?
It's like, not really. Actually, objectively, it was his for switching kids.
Yeah, totally. I actually kind of wish at some point that it ended up truly being her fault.
Yeah.
Like in the end. Not the original thing, but in the twist around like the kids dying and being swapped and all this shit. I kind of was like, can she get in on the dirty work too, but no.
Yeah.
Does kill her husband though.
You hate to see it.
He deserved it.
Yeah, he did. Sorry.
He was a psycho. There's a lot going on in that plot. We didn't even get into it, but that's a whole. Although maybe it speaks to we all need therapy. We have a lot of men following a lot of like male macho situations who didn't get the love and attention when they were children in the way that they needed, as we all do, which then becomes the mother's fault again.
So true. So true.
But yeah, we should all do our best raising good, thoughtful humans as if it's the first day every day. Otherwise, they'll turn into Peter.
You hate to see it.
Peter Irvine. Don't become Peter. Don't raise a Peter.
Don't be a Peter.
Don't raise a Peter.
All right. Well, thank you for this very special episode of The Mothers After Dark. Woohoo! Yeah. Everyone go out and be loopy. Enjoy holiday however you want to holiday. You're doing amazing. Whether the elf
wrap however you want to wrap.
Or don't.
Yes, you wrap those presents.
Or don't
wrap them worse than me, I dare you. Mine are like sometimes occasionally slightly ripped open by the time they make it under the tree.
Do you do the like you fold it and there's just like a square and wrapped in the center? And you're like, I'm just going to put that upside down.
Yeah.
I worked with a girl whose mom, the stuff from Santa was not wrapped.
Smart.
It was like laid out nicely on a chair.
Ah.
And like that's where Santa put
Iconic.
it. Mom didn't like it was not wrapped. I was like, what?
Wow.
She's like, nope. Like the stuff from Santa was just
I love that.
out. I was like,
hell yeah.
That's
your mom's smart.
Very smart.
Wow. And then over time, as the kids stop believing, it's like things from mom not wrapped.
Mom never wraps anything.
Why do we have to wrap? God, we should just put it under like a sheet. And they're like, voila.
Smart. Honestly.
We can make it crinkly. We can make it a crinkly sheet.
You just need one of those big giant bags. They just like throw it all
we
in.
do. Yeah.
We do.
That's true.
Bags.
The big Santa bag. I also why are we getting so many presents? They don't need presents.
You could do what I do and not buy anything and then panic that you're
just get a bunch of remote controls. I have, and everyone, this is a hot tip. Anyone that has mothered more than at least one child will know this tip, especially when your kids are younger. You will find that there are toys that they forget about, maybe never open. Those are repeat gifts waiting to be regifted.
Birthday presents, I def do that.
Yes.
Again.
There was one holiday where our youngest, I think she was 3 or 4-ish at the time, and she was devastated that, I don't know, she got a gift that wasn't what she wanted from some in-law or something. And I was like, don't worry. And then I ran downstairs and got an untouched stuffed animal that she'd for sure had forgotten about it. I wrapped it up horribly and I handed it to her and she opened up. She was like, she problem solved. She was so joyful.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Yes. So regifting is real.
Yes.
All right. Good job, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Keep being good enough parents.
Are we doing joy?
Enough. Oh, sure. Yes.
No, we don't have to, but why not?
Too tired for joy.
The fuck is a joy?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. What is joy? Anyone have one since you asked, Vee? Do you have one in mind?
Did I do the breastfeeding last week? I don't remember.
Is it over?
It's over.
LB wasn't here to react. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't.
Good for you.
It was accidental, kind of. And so I didn't do the whole like build up of like, this is the last time. And honestly, that was the way to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of both of us. It's been like so easy. It was literally one night I slept away and it just kind of happened. When I was like on my drive home, I was like, I think I'm going to be done. I think we're not going to do this anymore. And he has not tried at all. But I'm still waiting for shrinkage and like loss of supply because I'm still cow mommy.
Ready to go.
I fucking hate it. I'm so over it.
I'm like, can you call the doctor and get something to take? Like,
I'm so dumb. I'm like,
that's true.
Is
there a medicine for this?
I read online.
I'm like, there's prescriptions for everything.
Ozempic. I need Ozempic now. No, I read cabbage leaves. I don't know.
They say cabbage leaves for mastitis too, like from the beginning to the. What is cabbage doing?
I have no
cabbage
clue.
Can't be that special.
It's a water thing.
Also, are we really? It's 2025 and we're saying cabbage. Like, if a kid has a boner they don't want to have, are we like, put some cabbage on that? Maybe it'll get better.
Wait. What's wrong with saying cabbage in 2025?
It's just such an antiquated. This is what women's health is like about. We're putting vegetables.
Okay.
Like,
I was like, did cabbage do something bad? Fuck.
No, it's like, is this the best we can do?
No, for sure. Good point, Sarah. I don't fucking know.
Cabbage.
LB.
Okay, but that is joyful. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Separation.
I did not come prepared for this, guys.
That's okay. I'm thinking too.
I'm gonna go with the snow we had yesterday. Good. It's winter. I'm glad it's here.
Snow globy.
And it's not rain. I hate rain.
Yeah.
It just makes it feel like Christmas. Good. So I'm here for the snow.
I love that.
It was
very cozy.
As you all know, I have the world's truly, I think it's like number one
worst driveway.
I knew you were gonna say
worst driveway in New England.
Bad.
And so I always, every time it snows, I'm like, this is day 3 of, or this is one of 3 to 5 days where I'm ever like almost grateful for our driveway because our kids can just like sled outside so easily.
Oh,
it's a horrific driveway.
I wouldn't even trust it to sled, to be honest. That's terrifying.
I know.
It's not good. It's steep.
It's not good.
They're going right off that wall into the...
Yes. Although that's what sledding used to be. Like, sledding is such an outrageously like dangerous activity.
It really
I
is.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Now people sled with helmets and like all sorts of gear. We just went like, I don't know,
full throttle,
holding on to some stranger's back in front of you, being like, I can't see where I'm going. There might be like a river down there, and we're just like, let's go. I don't know how he lives.
That goes back to the like less like parenting less.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Time.
Figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, so my joy, because I have to make sure all your joys were child related. Although I guess the snow was not. Here is my joy truly. Actually, LB, you will appreciate this most. I have really been on a hunt to find like day wear adult like sneakers to wear.
Adult sneakers?
I don't want to wear like the golden goosey things, like all these fancy sneakers. I'm like, a sneaker is an athletic shoe. So I want it to feel sporty. But I also couldn't find, I don't know, because I'm like, I want ones that are sort of like not mainstream, but like
so
cool.
Not Hoka.
And I think I found
So you didn't buy the Sambas?
No, but I actually did, because I'd been wearing some Nike, like sort of the retro throwback Nike ones. I always associate them with like what Tom Hanks would wear in like Big, where like that is my era. Don't worry, V, you don't know about it.
I was thinking like Forrest Gump runners. Like Forrest Gump runners.
Yes. So, but what I found were throwback Adidas ones that aren't like typical Sambas. I need to send you a picture.
Send a picture.
We're gonna have to link them in the chat.
Yes, I'm gonna have to find them if I can find it quickly. But they really, the second they popped up, I was like, oh my god, these are them. They're so cool. Let me see if I can find it.
I love a good shoe.
Yeah, I want to see.
Hold on. A good shoe really does bring joy. Come on, guys. Okay. No, it's not doing it.
Oh, I like those. Did you get the blue ones or the
right?
green ones? There's green ones that are really nice.
Let me
like
see.
That too.
Hold it up again.
Did you get the blue?
Okay, I'm trying. You're really challenging my tech. I didn't find the right pick.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cool, right?
Cool. Yeah.
They're also, what was very misleading is on Amazon they're kids, but they arrived. I had to exchange. I'm having some sizing issues, but eventually these Adidas SL72 OG Copa soccer shoes are all mine.
Hell yes.
And everyone,
I want to pick. I want to pick one too.
You're funny.
All right. I love you guys. You bring me joy.
Nah. Love you.
Go enjoy your mugs. Okay, nobody hang up. Hold on. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode and we can reach even more rock stars like you. The Mothers is a production of Backline Media, shining a light on those who carry the team.